Dale, the tape for this one looks like this. Kana Watanabe 36, Jena Bishop 39. Watanabe is 1 inch taller, weighed in 1 pound lighter, but that 1 inch height advantage makes sense. Turns out to be a 1 inch reach advantage as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a first round contest in the women's flyweight tournament. Introducing first in the blue corner, with a record of 7 victories against just 2 defeats. 4 of those victories coming by way of submission. Weighing in at 125 1/2 pounds, fighting out of San Diego, California, Jena Bishop! And across the cage in the red corner, with a record of 13 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 draw, weighing in at 125 1/4 pounds, fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, Kana Watanabe! Your referee for this fight, David Baggett.
Our referee equipped with ref cam. We can take a close look inside the smart cage action. Watanabe in the southpaw stance and the red trunks. Jena Bishop also a southpaw in the black. A couple searching lead hooks here from Watanabe early. Randy, I'm really curious to see how this plays out because 2 women are definitely more comfortable in the grappling arts. But oftentimes when you see fighters like that, it ends up being a stand-up battle.
Yeah, absolutely. The grappling washes it, negates itself, and then it's who knows the other stuff. Who's good in the other realm? Nice by Bishop. Great combination.
Jena Bishop guns blazing here.
And it's just 1-2s from Jena Bishop. Eating some of these, now tries to grab a clinch of her own.
Nice little dirty boxing by Jena Bishop here from the clinch. Got the collar tie, using that underhook, or uppercut and hook.
And Bishop did say this. She spoke about this earlier this week. You've got to jump on her. You've got to hit her hard early because usually she gets rocked earlier in the fight. She recovers well, but Jena Bishop is trying to utilize this slow start from Kana Watanabe to capitalize.
Look at the knee there up the middle by Jena Bishop. Maybe she learned a little something from Dakota Ditcheva.
Now Watanabe able to score with a knee of her own, but Bishop replaces her, puts her back against the smart cage barrier again, tosses a right hand up over the guard.
Maybe Jena Bishop doesn't want to take this fight to the floor either. I mean, she might be clinching here, but she's doing a lot of good work with these strikes. This might be really the game plan.
Nice knee. Beautiful knee up the middle.
A lot of punishment to the body, and then look, it opens up the hands. Another nasty knee, this time with the left leg for Jena Bishop. Now Watanabe swings on the separation. Oh, big one! Watanabe drops Bishop, tries to get some work done with the hammer fist.
Bloody nose on Kana Watanabe, but she needs to be cautious that she doesn't rush into the guard.
Nice up kick.
Beautiful pair of up kicks.
Really kiss her.
Wow, she's got a leg and some hammer fists from the bottom position. Jena Bishop, tenacious here in the first round. Halfway through. Oh, right hook and a right hook.
Jena Bishop pushing forward behind big punches. She's got the body lock. Now she's looking for a takedown of her own. She's got the outside hook. Nice.
There it is.
Beautiful work.
Watanabe not having it, not going to concede any position.
Interesting wrist control here by Watanabe. Jena Bishop's got to be careful. There's not some kind of whizzer kick takedown here if she's leaning in too much. Back to the tie clinch, tries to land the knee. Nice knee to the arms as well.
Much improved striking by Jena Bishop.
Much better.
That inside on the single leg attempt here from Bishop.
Got to get some good posture in her spine, though. You can see her head is down here. The curve in her spine is going to undermine her defense, undermine her strength in this position. Kana Watanabe might be able to defend. She's very strong in the clinch with Watanabe.
90 seconds left in round one. Blood pouring from the nose of Kana Watanabe. Jena Bishop staying on the attack with good head position here.
Love the dirty boxing like Jena Bishop. She's in that power, ripping to the body, coming back upstairs to the head. That outside single attempt now by Bishop.
Tries for the single leg, comes back to the tight clinch. Watanabe turns. Now she's got Jena Bishop up against the fence. Gonna try some strikes of her own, perhaps. Another thudding knee to the midsection. Oh, nice turn off the fence by Jena Bishop, who's also got some damage to the bridge of her nose by the look of it.
Bishop definitely landing a lot more here, but Kana Watanabe did have that check that dropped Bishop. And she lands it again.
And this might come down to conditioning, guys, at this point. And Watanabe's foot on the gas.
With a flurry there, and Bishop happy to oblige with one of her own.
I feel like this is a fight that Don Fry would be proud of.
Right?
Bishop thought about stepping across, try to throw the judoka, thought better of it. 10 seconds left in the first round.
That 5 minutes has gone super fast, hasn't it? What a great first round.
I bet they don't feel that way, Jam. Furious pace set in round one.
Best first round of the tournament for me, that is. And Habalaya and Jeremy Kennedy are not going to be happy about saying that. But
There's something to say about that.
What a pace, though. What a pace.
and it was back and forth as well, right? It was so back and forth. It shifted one way to another. Now who's got the best gas tank? Kana Watanabe straight out in the middle.
Love that little up kick, push kick.
Yeah.
A jab with your lead leg from Kana Watanabe. Give Jena Bishop something to think about.
Which is a horrible feeling if your lungs are burning as well. You really feel very vulnerable to body shots when your gas is already struggling. And Jena Bishop is now moving away. Oh, and taking some shots.
And it had the effect that Kana Watanabe wanted. She elevated the leg, faked another kick, and what did Jena Bishop do? She reached down for it. That's a read that you can get in these fights. If you're actually thinking while you fight, which I can't relate. Kana Watanabe in the red, Jena Bishop in the black. Off balance there on the strike. Left hand sneaks through for Jena Bishop.
Jena Bishop's got to take her feet with her on these combos when she's throwing.
He's on an alliance in San Diego who's doing some good work with the striking of Jena Bishop.
Watch for the knees here from Bishop. He landed several of these in the first round.
Watanabe doing a better job here in the second round of getting her head involved in this clinch fight.
I like that though. As Watanabe fought for head position, Jena Bishop ripped her down with a single necktie and through a knee. Clever work. Jena Bishop certainly taking some deep breaths here. She looks a little more labored than she did in the first round. And what I would say is, although Kana Watanabe's taking some shots, she does look like the fresher fighter.
And it's not uncharacteristic of her in her career or in her style to weather a storm before she comes back. So Watanabe probably pretty comfortable here. We'll find out how comfortable Jena Bishop is. Foot stomp from Watanabe.
Nice takedown defense by Watanabe there. Used the whizzer, moved Jena Bishop around, got back to her feet, and didn't give up that takedown. Bishop was in pretty deep. Would have taken a second or third effort to get that takedown scored.
I like those heel strikes.
Big right hand by Watanabe.
And stumbled Jena Bishop, who's now on the retreat, but still firing.
Doesn't look stable on her legs though. Watanabe's confidence is on the rise.
Seen pressure from Watanabe from the start of the second bell. Another takedown attempt by Bishop.
Tried to roll through, get into the top position. Watanabe able to negate that. And now we find out which of these two women has the gas and the technique in these grappling exchanges. Jena Bishop certainly not afraid to work off her back, as you can see already trying to turn and create an angle on the armbar. Watanabe stands up out of the guard. Got to watch for those up kicks she landed in the first round.
I think I'd be calling this one back to the feet if I was Watanabe here.
She's going to beat up those legs a little bit first, it looks like, Dan.
Yeah, she was landing some good heel strikes when they were standing up against the fence as well. There's some creative striking from Watanabe. I like that as well, but she's got to be very cautious, hanging her head over the legs of Jena Bishop. Some deep breaths here from Jena Bishop.
There's that up kick attempt from Bishop. Kicks to the gluteus from Kana Watanabe. Referee wants him to stand it up, have enough action there. A couple deep breaths from Jena Bishop, who immediately gets back to her left hand.
That was a good little hit from Jena Bishop there. She drew the shot of Watanabe. She should maybe try and do a few more feints before she attacks to see if she could draw the counter punches out.
That lead right hook, a weapon of choice tonight for Kana Watanabe. The set that Jena Bishop has loved the straight left hand.
Get a circle away.
Another good knee to the body there by Jena Bishop, who lands some uppercuts in the clinch. Watanabe tries to drive it to the fence, but gets turned.
Oh, nice knee. Fantastic dirty boxing by Jena Bishop. But the opponent now digging those knees into the body of Watanabe.
Watanabe's eaten so many of these knees, and it seems like it hasn't affected her too much.
Nice left elbow.
Bishop definitely with more volume in the first round, and then wobbled again in round two, but closed out very strong with that clinch work. An unenviable task for the judges if it gets there. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture here in Orlando. PFL World Tournament action in the women's flyweight division. Jena Bishop in the black, Kana Watanabe in the red. The AI score did give round number 2 to Jena Bishop, 81-63.
It's interesting, I'm looking at the stats here, and Jena Bishop, total fight, she's landed 96 strikes compared to 51 by Kana Watanabe. But what I would say is that there's been a couple of really consequential punches from Watanabe that score way higher than the volume for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bishop got wobbled a little in the second. She got put on her backside in the first, and those were significant strikes.
I mean, she's landed good shots, and she's hurt Watanabe a few times, but purely from optics right now, I feel like Watanabe is the one that's coming on strong, and Jena Bishop's the one that's got to try and figure out a way to break the rhythm of Watanabe in this third round. Hell of a fight, though, guys. My goodness.
And at least so far, as we inquired about, wondered about, you know, two grapplers have just battled it out on the field.
I should have told everybody I was a grappler when I was fighting.
You gotta have the skills to at least pretend, though, Dan.
That's where I was lacking. See, the grappling skills.
And the striking skills, too. I mean, look at it. It's right hook for left hand. They're just trading away.
Oh, nice whip to the body. Right hand to the body by Bishop. Knee by Watanabe, yeah.
She goes to the knee that she's eaten so many times. 2 minutes gone in round 3.
Both of these ladies really fighting like they've got a point to prove.
Body kick from Kana Watanabe to finish that combination.
Nice lead right hook again from Watanabe.
Gosh, I love a good lead hook.
Right, Jena Bishop's got to be cautious of that. As she's throwing her left hand, she's leaving herself open for that right hook. Watanabe here with slightly better footwork. There's the right hook, but Jena Bishop coming back with a counter of her own.
Kana Watanabe has a tendency to watch her work. She'll land a strike and not get her head off the center line after it happens. That's allowed Jena Bishop to land some counters with her own left. Body shot again, this time with the left hand from Jena Bishop.
Might be the most aggressive performance I've seen from Jena Bishop. She's wearing some of it on her face, though, that's for sure. Some swelling underneath her eye on the side of her nose. Oh, and again with the counter punches.
Right back.
You gotta love the gameness of Jena Bishop. Every time she takes a knee, she comes back.
And here Watanabe in the clinch. This is where Jena Bishop had some of her best work tonight. 90 seconds left in round 3. Head inside on a single leg. And now goes outside. Watanabe.
Nice trip by Bishop. Got it back. Nice. Very slick.
Might take top position here as well. She feels like just slides off to the side.
Even on the ground, Jena Bishop is like, you know what, I'm just going to pound away with this right hand.
Might fall into the arm triangle here. She turns her hips.
Looks like she's preparing for that, Randy. I agree with you.
Watanabe's got to be careful which way she turns here.
Which way should she turn, Randy, for the folks at home?
She's doing the right thing right now. She climbed back up on top. Now she's got that body triangle's tough. It's tight, makes it very difficult to breathe.
Big statement here for Jena Bishop, finishing a very closely contested match as well. 30 seconds left.
Attacking the net.
Here.
Big squeeze, but Watanabe able to tuck the chin. Can Jena Bishop muster a crank on that face? What a battle. Bishop changing sides now. Short choke attempt. Again, more of a face crank.
Bulldog choke, trying to lock it in.
She is just gonna squeeze here.
Squeezing that face and jaw. Very uncomfortable.
Watanabe flailing with that right arm, trying to hit Jena Bishop. Elbows to the thigh. We go to the judges' scorecard. Incredible bout. Women's flyweight action. Jena Bishop.
Amazing pace.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 incredibly hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges score this fight 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision. Moving on to the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament, Jena Bishop!
Jena Bishop wins and advances. There's a look at the women's flyweight bracket through 2 fights. Loredana victorious over Diana Afsanagova in our first bout of the evening. Jena Bishop prevails over Kana Watanabe and advances to the flyweight semifinals. This is back-to-back semifinal appearances for Jena Bishop, who is with Dan Hardy in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Jena Bishop. That was an incredibly hard-fought battle. You came here like you had a point to prove to everybody, including yourself. Talk to me about the emotion going into this.
I'm just excited. I mean, it was a tough fight. I knew she was going to be tough. But I also wanted to prove that, like, I'm not just a grappler. Like, I'm a mixed martial artist. I can stand, I can bang, I can do it all.
You certainly did that. I mean, was there a point to prove on the feet? Did you want to show people that you've improved your striking? Or did you, in the back of your mind, think that this eventually would end up on the floor?
I mean, I thought she would want to take it to the ground a little bit more. But I knew that wherever it went, I would be good and be able to finish the fight. So I thought that I could beat her on the feet.
You landed some great shots on the feet, up kicks as well. Talk to me about that decision. When you're standing there waiting for the results and when you're hearing the scorecards, when you hear 30-27, were you like, well, I definitely won at least 2 rounds? Were you confident?
I was, but you know, it's just, you never know. You know, there's so many times that, you know, I have friends in this game that things have not gone their way when I thought clearly it was gonna go their way. So there's always that doubt in the back of your mind, but I definitely thought that I did enough to win. You know, every round I thought I won, but, you know, maybe she had one of those rounds, but I was really happy to see, you know, that they saw the same way I did.
It was an incredibly exciting fight, and that moves you through to the next round of the tournament. Different format to last year. 1 shot, you've won the fight, you move through to the next one. How do you win this tournament? How do you become the PFL 2025 World Tournament champion?
Just stay true to myself as a fighter, you know, keep winning and keep doing what I know how to do, and, you know, that's win.
And keep getting cool sunglasses, right?
Yes.
Of course.
Of course, I gotta keep adding to my collection.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your winner, Jena Bishop.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.